So if we go back in time again here, so let's go to the year 1000 CE, and we begin to see the papal states taking a much more active role in cultivating the countryside, not just feeding the faithful or their subjects, but laying the groundwork for what would become one of Europe's most enduring agricultural traditions. And Patrick, at the heart of this transformation, was the humble olive. But it's not so humble in this case when you consider the strategic and symbolic value it held for the church specifically. So again, we're talking about an institution here, right? The papacy. And that was not only spiritually dominant, but also incredibly shrewd when it came to land use. So take the Chocharia region and the Pontine countryside, for example. These areas became the focal point of massive papal investment, centuries in the making. And it wasn't just investment in the modern sense, money and infrastructure and things like that, but theological and feudal muscle as well. So the popes didn't just ask peasants to grow more olives, they incentivized the feudal lords, offering them privileges, lands in exchange for increasing cultivation, olive cultivation. And so it's an early example of agricultural policy being driven from the top down, the spiritual authority backing it all up. And so in the late 18th century, this is where things really start to feel modern, Patrick. So April 21st, 1778, that's when Pope Pius VI issues his motu proprio, which is a kind of papal decree that essentially reimagines agriculture across the papal states. So this was no longer about subsistence farming. The olive was no longer just a foodstuff. It became a commodity. And the oil of the popes, or the olio di papi, wasn't just for blessing or cooking anymore. It became a strategic product, feeding not just Romans, but the economic ambitions of the Vatican itself.